All right, number 9. First thing. Look for a common factor. I have an n squared, I have an n, and then there's no n, so I'm not going to take out any n's. But I have a 15, a negative 27, and a negative 6. 3. So I'm going to get 3, and now I'm going to take, what's 15 divided by 3? 5. So it's 5n squared. 27 divided by 3? Negative 9n. And negative 6 divided by 3? Negative 2. So now I know my answer is going to be 3 times this. Because remember, once we factor this guy, I still need to get the 3 times the 5 to get to the 15. So we can't forget that 3. That 3 has to be there. So I'll highlight it because it's important. So if you do have a common factor, that one's important. Now, so what's my A? What's my B? What's my C? A is 5. B is negative 9. C is negative 2. 2. I need A times C. So it's 5 times negative 2, which is negative 10. 3 says 2 numbers to multiply to get to negative 10 that are going to add up to be negative 9.
Negative 10 and 1.
Negative 10 and 1. The only other pair that we could use is 5 and 2. And if we added those and one has to be negative, it's not even going to get close to negative 9. So, negative 10 and 1, negative 10 and 1. Remember, this means that's a negative 10n, and this is a 1n. So, we create the Lindsay box.
What's 4 doing something?
Nah.
Did you create something?
I don't create anything. I steal from other people.
Yeah.
All right. First term. Am I going to use the 15 or the 5n squared? 5n squared. Because we're factoring the stuff here. And the last term is a negative 2. The 2 terms in the middle, negative 10n, and I'm going to put positive 1n. And I just do that because the 1 really doesn't mean anything, but it's nice to have a number there. That's really all it comes down to. It's nice to have a number there. And does that really, is there anything wrong mathematically with saying that? Absolutely not. All right, so factor our rows. 5 and 1. Anything common there? No, but n squared and n, we can factor out an n, so I'm going to get an n there. Now I factor this row, negative 10, so it's going to be negative. 10 and 2, it's going to be a 2, so minus 2. So I get n minus 2, n minus 2. Now factor the columns. 5 and negative 10. 5 and an n. Have you noticed that the first row in the first column is always going to have an n in it, or an x in it, or a b in it, or an a in it? Then the next one doesn't. I have a 1 and a negative 2. That's a positive. That's why I put the plus there, just to make sure. If you're comfortable just putting like n there, just remember that it's positive, and it's a 1, so it's 5n plus 1. And there's our answer. It doesn't work quite as well if you don't take out the common factor first.